All right, you know you've been dying to see more video from the cave. It's been a long time. We are back. Very, very excited to be back with you here in the cave. A little bit different of a setup, but still kind of looks the same. But hey, hopefully more great, I don't know, maybe, information for you. And we are doing our early team previews, starting today with the Schaumburg Saxons. Of course, Schaumburg, pretty decent season last year, but I certainly think the story out of the mid-suburban West, and I think any observer would agree, it was all about Palatine really in the conference. Schaumburg lost a couple of times, once in the playoffs to their rivals over at Palatine. And really it was just a Palatine kind of year in the mid-suburban West. But that might change this year, and I think the Schaumburg Saxons might have a big say in how things shake out in the 2013 mid-suburban West. But hey, we will get into more conference talk once the conference previews roll around. But for now, let's focus on the Saxons. A lot to look forward to if you're a Schaumburg fan. Haven't had that to say for a few years, but I really think this could be a very interesting year for the Saxons. 12 starters back. Very important. And I think what's important about those 12 starters back is really a handful of those kids are going to be 3-year varsity starters this year. Very important. So the experience factor, good amount of returning starters back, especially some kids in some key positions. Definitely something to watch out of the Saxons. Now, the issues going into the season, expectations are going to be pretty high for the Schaumburg team. I think everyone looked at them, saw a lot of young kids playing last year, a good core coming back. I've got to think the Saxons have to be one of the favorites, with certainly Palatine maybe falling back to the pack a little bit this year. You've always got you've always got Barrington up there. I think Schaumburg gets in the mix, and even Fremd. We'll get into the Fremd Vikings a little bit down the road. Certainly a team that also played very young the last year or two that could step up in 2013. But the key to me, and really the issue for Schaumburg, is can they handle the preseason expectations and hype and depth? Depth is always a question in the mid-suburban West, especially for Schaumburg. Generally an 8A program, so that is a big, big question. For me, key game into the season is week 1 against New Trier at New Trier. Hey, we're going to find out where Schaumburg is right away. And you know what? I wouldn't look past Wheeling in week 2 either. Wheeling's another team that I think maybe could sneak up a little bit on some people this year. We'll get into the Wheeling team a little bit down the road. But again, key game for me, no doubt, for Schaumburg is going to be week 1. Now, some impact players. Sedaris Patterson, the running back, I joked in my preview. It seems like he's been there 6-7 years. He's been a mainstay. Stacy Smith, the quarterback as well. Matt Zopler, a very valuable offensive defensive lineman, another name to watch for the Saxons. My prediction, 2013, wow. Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna go 7-2, 6-3 for the Saxons. Again, I think the mid-suburban West is going to fall back to the pack a little bit, and as I mentioned, I think the Saxons have a chance to win the conference. I certainly think they have a chance to be in the hunt. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in those first 2 early games. But hey, I like Schaumburg here this year, and they very well could sneak into the Edgy Tim Top 30 in Chicagoland. But we'll get into that a little bit down the road. Hey, thanks for watching. More coming your way. See you, everybody.